Okay, so this is going to be my video on what I think Denver should do at number 9. So first, I want to just start by saying, if you can get Deshaun Watson, you trade 9, your pick next year, your second this year, your pick from 2 years from now, whatever it takes, pretty much. I mean, there's a few guys I would like to keep. I would like to keep Sutton and Judy for sure. I'd like to keep Fant. Like, there's a few guys that you don't want to trade, and I would love to get Justin Simmons back. But to get a guy like Deshaun Watson, nothing is completely off the table. Now, the most I would be willing to give up is our first this year, our first next year, and our first 2 years from now, plus 2 good young players, like one good young defensive player, maybe Bradley Chubb, and like Tim Patrick. Now, if you're going over 3 picks and over 2 quality players, then it might be a little much. But for Deshaun, maybe 3 first, a second, and 2 good players, and hopefully neither would be Sutton, Fant, Simmons, or Judy. But if you can get Deshaun Watson, that's who I would take for sure, if you can trade for him. And if you can't get Watson, who I would want to take at 9, is if any of those top 4 quarterbacks fall. Now, Mac Jones, I don't think is much of an improvement over Drew Lock. I feel like he'll be about the same, and I would just rather stick with Drew Lock over Mac Jones. But I know Trevor Lawrence isn't going to fall. Yeah, there's no way Trevor Lawrence would fall. I think he's a lock for 1, and if he doesn't go 1, he's going 2. So there's no point to even speculate on that. But I've seen Fields go in like past 9, and Denver not even draft a quarterback, which there's no way. If Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, if either of those 2 are available, I think Denver will for sure take. If Trey Lance is available, they might pass, but personally, I would want them to take Trey Lance if he's available at 9. But if 2 of those quarterbacks are available, like, let's say that Lawrence is the only one that goes top 10, and then at 9, Denver has the choice between Fields, Zach Wilson, and Trey Lance. Honestly, I'm pretty high on Trey Lance. I would rather Denver draft Lance. I feel like he has the most potential out of those 3. Fields is inconsistent. I feel like Zach Wilson just might not be much better than Drew Lock. I feel like Trey Lance has all the physical stuff, and the only reason he wasn't crazy high recruited coming, or wasn't super high ranked, is because he didn't play this year, and he played it in North Dakota State. But I feel like he's got all the physical stuff. He could be like, because he's athletic, he can throw the ball. If he could make it work, he probably could be the best of the quarterbacks in this draft. If he made it work, I feel like he could be better than Trevor Lawrence. But out of Zach Wilson and Justin Fields, I would probably rather have Fields. I know Fields can be inconsistent, but I just don't think Zach Wilson will really be that much better than Drew Lock. If we're being, but I feel like he will be better. But compared to, I feel like Fields could be like a NFL superstar with his athleticism and stuff. So if one of those top 4 quarterbacks is available, that's who I want Denver to take. Then this is the position they could address in free agency via the player that this rookie card is, and that's Patrick Peterson. But if all 4 of those quarterbacks are gone, I would want them to take a corner. Out of Farley and Surtain, the main 2 guys, I feel like Farley kind of fits the Broncos system better right now, and they're both very good players. But I feel like Farley has more potential, so I would personally lean Farley. I feel like Surtain is the more guaranteed good player, if that makes sense. But Farley has the potential to be the better player. Because Farley and the corner we got this year, I can't think of his name, but he's really good. I think it's Ojemudia or something. Yeah, Michael Ojemudia. I think that's who it is, at least. Those 2, I feel like, have a lot of potential. And if those 2 end up developing really good, then we could have one of the best 2 corners in the NFL. But I would be fine if they take Surtain. So corner or quarterback would be my top 2 positions. And then after that, linebacker. Micah Parsons is the only one, but I would rather, if Micah Parsons and either of the 2 corners are available, I would rather get one of those 2 corners or one of those top 4 quarterbacks. But let's say the circumstance that the 4 quarterbacks go, then the 2 corners, and Micah Parsons. So that would be 7, right? Yeah, 7. So if that would somehow happen, I would want Denver to take Penei Sewell. I don't think there's a chance. I feel like the Bengals are 100% going to take Sewell if he's available, just because he's like that generational offensive lineman, like I can't think of his name. The Colts, the guy the Colts drafted a couple years ago, who's been great. I feel like he's one of those types of great offensive linemen. So if Sewell's available, I would be super happy with Sewell. But I don't think there's a chance the Bengals miss out on Sewell. And I like the Bengals, so I really hope they take Sewell. I feel like he actually might go before the Bengals even pick. So I don't think there's a chance he somehow would fall to Denver. And if the rare, so that would be 8 picks. If Sewell goes, Micah Parsons, the 2 corners, and the 4 quarterbacks I like, then I would just want them to take a wide receiver. I know wide receiver is not a position of need, but there's 3 guys who look like they could be superstars. So Judy and Cortland Sutton are like kind of locks, I feel like, for the top 2 guys on the team as of right now. But if we had a core of 3 almost Pro Bowl caliber wide receivers, I feel like we would be just crazy, crazy good. And if you saw my last video, I've already explained why I think Jamar Chase will be the best receiver out of that 3, the main big 3 coming into this draft. But really, if Penei Sewell, the 2 corners, quarterbacks that I like, and Micah Parsons are all gone, then I would personally want him to just trade down and get another corner like a J.C. Horn or, something like that, or another linebacker. There's that one with that weird last name. And I mentioned Deshaun, if they could trade for Deshaun, but there's one dark horse candidate that I would love. If they could trade pick 9 for this player, it would be awesome, and I could kind of see the team doing this. And that would be to get Jalen Hurts. And I know what you're thinking. Jalen Hurts played great last year. The Eagles are a very interesting team. The coach they mainly hired just to fix Carson Wentz. And one of the bigger reasons why Carson Wentz, I think, didn't play great was all in his head, like his confidence. Like, I feel like Carson Wentz could still be a good quarterback. Like, I mean, he was an MVP caliber quarterback at one time. Aaron Rodgers was talking on the Pat McAfee show about what he said to Carson Wentz after the post game when they played, and he also talked to Jalen Hurts. Like, I feel like Carson Wentz has everything he needs to become a great NFL quarterback. Besides, I mean, his team isn't great, but if they build around him, get a better offensive line, work on that receiver core. I like Travis Fulgham a lot. I like that receiver they took, Jalen Reagor, even though I knew it was a reach at the time, especially with how good Jefferson's looked, and the list of other good receivers, Claypool, Shenault, who else? Claypool, Shenault, T. Higgins. There's one other really good one. Was Ayuk? Ayuk might have been available when they picked. But, yeah. The Eagles messed up bad on that pick, if we're just being straight up on it. But Reagor, I do think, has potential. So it was just a stupid pick, pretty much. I feel like he could be a good player, but he just did not make sense to pick there. Like, if they were crazy about Jalen Reagor, trade down and get another pick and still be able to get Reagor, or just luck up and not Reagor be available and you end up getting a better receiver. Trading down would have worked out so good for the Eagles then, but I guess y'all got Jalen Reagor, so instead of Justin Jefferson. And I mentioned about this pick in the last video too, how I thought it was a crazy pick then, and it especially looks crazy now with how good Jefferson looks. But with the whole confidence thing on Carson Wentz, they might just want to get Jalen Hurts out the building. Even though he would be a great fallback option, I feel like if you want to get the best out of Carson Wentz, you need to get rid of Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts would be so good in Denver. A good mobile quarterback who can do all. Because I feel like Hurts has clearly put himself in that top 5 quarterbacks from last year's class. Because obviously you've got Herbert and Burrow. And if Burrow doesn't get hurt, there's kind of a debate. But I think right now Herbert's pretty much the consensus main rookie quarterback from last year. But after that, you can go Tua or Jalen Hurts, and then whatever Jordan Love ends up being. I still am very high on Jordan Love, and if somehow Denver could get Jordan Love, I would think that would work. That's how I kind of feel about the North Dakota State quarterback that I'm high on, Trey Lance. I feel like Trey Lance and Jordan Love have all the physical stuff. They just need to get it to work. So, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think the Broncos should do, and comment if you think I should do any other of these videos. Like if you want me to do like a Cowboys, a Bengals. I might do the Cowboys and Bengals just because those are two teams I like. So we could do a list of these if you want me to. Like who you want the team to take. And you can comment. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.